Russian roulette, shooting shots that we ain't drinking on a Tuesday. You think I'll probably go and do whatever you say, underwater cause I'm drowning in the deuce. You say there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reasons why you can't change my life. Yeah, you make me feel alive, but I ain't gonna change my mind. She's a temptress, she's a temptress, she's a temptress, she's a temptress. Whoa, don't tell me what a good time, you know exactly what you're trying to do. Whoa, don't tell me what a good time, you know exactly what I got to lose.
Hey guys, welcome back to E-Bike Random Adventures. Today we're going to be taking a look at this brand new bike from SEEMOON. This is the SEEMOON SM3 dual motor mountain bike style electric bike. This thing does have a peak power of 6,000 watts. That is a lot of power, guys. It is powered by a 60 volt system on this one, and you do get a large 60 volt 30 amp hour battery tucked up here into the frame. One thing that's unique to this bike is it does have the 24x4 inch fat tires rather than the 26x4 inch fat tires. I do find that these 24x4 inch fat tires are just about the perfect size. Sometimes I feel the 26x4 inch fat tires are a little bit unwieldy. For a big mountain bike like this, these tires are basically my favorite size tires. Alright guys, this is a full suspension e-bike. You do get the 4-link suspension in the rear. It does have this GSX-200 shock absorber in the rear. You do get the adjustable front fork suspension in the front. It does have the lockout and the preload adjustment. It does come with a large rear rack that is bolted on. You can remove that if you like. You also do get a bright headlight, bright tail light with a brake light. A couple other unique features of this bike is it does come with the full twist throttle. It does have a keyed ignition, and you do get the large color display. I do think this is an awesome looking bike. I do love this color pattern. I do like that they put the SEEMOON on the rims. It does have this neon green and gray color going on, but this bike is available in a couple other colors. All right, with this 60 volt 30 amp hour battery, they do claim the bike has a range of up to 100 miles. That's definitely going to be riding on single motor on the lower pedal assist levels. But when you do crank this thing all the way up on dual motor pedal assist 5, it does have a claim top speed of up to 45 miles an hour. We will test that out. The bike does come with a lighter 6061 aluminum frame. That being said, this is still a large dual motor electric bike with a large battery, so this bike does weigh in at 107 pounds. With the 24x4 inch fat tires and this big sturdy frame, the bike does have a maximum weight limit of up to 330 pounds. And they do say the height range limit is from 5'4" all the way up to 6'7". The minimum seat height on this bike is 33 inches. Let me put this all the way down, show you how I fit on it. With the minimum seat height of 33 inches and this big rack in the rear, if you are 5'4", you might have a little bit of a hard time swinging your leg over this bike. Let me show you how I fit on the bike. I do have 32-inch inseams. I am 6 foot tall. Okay, standing flat-footed. I do have about an inch of space below me, so somebody a little bit smaller than me can definitely ride this bike. And this is a full suspension bike, so when you do sit down, it is going to drop. It does drop at least an inch or so, maybe 2 inches when you sit down on it. Has quite a bit of travel in this suspension. Feels pretty soft in the rear. All right, the front was actually locked out. Once I unlocked it, it's actually pretty soft in the front. You can adjust that preload by turning the knob. All right, guys, let me get you in here a little bit closer. Take a look at the bike details. All right, starting up here in the front, these are your Chow Yang branded 24x4 inch fat tires. They do have the knobby tread pattern. They ride really nice on the sand here. As you can see, there is some SEEMOON decals going around the outside of these rims. Looks pretty cool. You do get some SM3 decals going up this front fork suspension here. For stopping power on this bike, you do get some DY Island hydraulic brakes. They do have 180mm rotors in the front and in the rear. You do get some plastic fenders. The bike does have a bright headlight in the front. It does have the halo ring around it and the bright beam in the center. Here's a look at the front fork suspension. It does have quite a bit of travel. This is the preload adjustment over on this side. Over on the other side, you do get the lock. Here's a look at the big, beefy, good-looking frame. It does say SEEMOON SM3 down the side. It does have the 4-link suspension in the rear. You do get the GSX-200 shock absorber on that. The controller is in that box right down there by the pedals. The frame does pivot right here in the rear. This is your frame mounted rack. This is bolted to the bike, so this is removable. Looks pretty heavy duty. Here's a look at the DY Island hydraulic brakes in the back and your kickstand. Here's a look at your bright taillight in the rear. Let me pull the brake levers. It does light up nice and bright. You guys might recognize some of the parts on these bikes. A lot of these parts are the same as the Tudio ICT. Here's a look at your adjustable seat. It does have a lot of padding on this one, guys. Nice and wide. The 60 volt 30 amp hour battery is mounted right up here into the frame. This is a large battery, guys, so this frame is a little bit bigger. It does have the key to unlock and drop the battery out if you want to remove the battery. The charging port for the battery is right down here at the bottom underneath this little rubber. It is a 5mm style charger. Here's a look at your front 60 volt hub drive motor. They do say each of these motors can peak out at 3,000 watts. Here's a look at the crankset, guys. It does have an aluminum machine chain guard on one side. It does have some pretty heavy duty crank arms with some metal pedals. Back in the rear, you do get the Shimano Tourney TZ derailleur with the 7 Shimano gears. The bash guard is already installed. And there's your 60 volt hub drive motor in the rear. Let's look at the handlebars. There is an adjustable handlebar riser stem. It can go from 0 to 50 degrees. Over here on the left side, you get your DY island hydraulic brake levers. There is an adjustment here to adjust your brake feel. The bike does have an independent light switch as well as a horn. Pretty loud, guys. Here's your little control panel. You get the power button, the plus and minus. You do get the large color display. It does have the battery life on this side. It does show you your voltage down at the bottom. You do get a large mile/hour reading. You get the little bike here in the center. It shows you if you're in single motor or dual motor. This is your pedal assist level over here on the right and your odometer. To switch it from single motor to dual motor, you just tap the power button 2 times. The little front wheel will light up. You can do that on the fly, very simple. A unique feature on this bike is you do get this full twist throttle, and it does have this keyed ignition. Nice feature. There's your gear shifter for your 7 Shimano gears. And on single motor, you can run this thing up to about 45 miles an hour unloaded. It does kind of ramp on the power, then it speeds up. Showing me 46. Back brake is over on the right side. So if you are light enough, you can get a pretty high top speed out of this bike. I am 215 pounds today. We will see what I get. There is a little USB-C charger right down here at the bottom. All right, guys, let's take this SEEMOON SM3 out for a ride. We're out here on the SEEMOON SM3 dual motor bike. Let's check out these pedal assist levels. Level 1's giving us 12 miles an hour. Let's check out 2. About 18 miles an hour. We'll check them out as we get a chance. See where this road goes here. All right, let's check out level 3. All right, guys, level 3's already got us in gear 7. Giving us about 25 miles an hour. You can still keep up pedaling. Probably wouldn't want to pedal much faster than this though. I'm going to try level 4, see if we can keep up pedaling on pedal assist 4 or not. You actually can keep up pedaling, 31 miles an hour. A little bit of a fast cadence, but you can actually keep up. And surely you cannot keep up pedaling on level 5, so need to find a road long enough to see what the top speed is here. Of course, this is only a 25 mile an hour zone. All right, guys, I'd say I got a pretty good run in there. All right, we did hit 40 miles an hour. So the bike can go legitimate 40 miles an hour, GPS verified. It was reading 41 or so that time on the display, so it's pretty close. I think if you are a little bit lighter than 215 pounds, you could probably get 42, 43 miles an hour out of this bike, no problem. This acceleration is nice and smooth. It doesn't have any lag to it. You can do the burnout on this one. Couldn't really tell you what makes all that noise back here in the back. All right, by dropping the bike, it's definitely just the plastic fender. So if you hear that noise, nothing serious, guys. All right, this is a single motor, throttle only. Just doing an acceleration run, 0 to 20 here. All right, ramping up. It's 20, let's go to 25. It's 25. Started slow, ramped up. All right, double tap the power button, dual motor. Let's try it again from a dig here, throttle only. Slow start, it's ramping up. It's 20, 25, 30. So on single or dual motor, the bike has a nice soft start, but you can see on dual motor, it's an absolute beast once it gets rolling. Because once you're rolling about 10 miles an hour or so, and you hit that throttle, it gives you all the power. It's got a neat little sound to it. All right, guys, might have to hop out here in traffic to get out to the beach. So the bike's fast enough to run with the in-town traffic when you need to. Get back to my bike lane over here. Hill climbing ability over this bridge. Big tall bridge. We were able to climb up that bridge, guys. We hit 37, 38 miles an hour going up the bridge. So the bike has an amazing hill climbing ability. I'm going to turn off that front motor now. Just wanted to stop and check out the marina here. There's a marina on both sides. You can actually ride out there with this bike. It's fast enough. But when you're riding out there, you gotta follow the cars. So I'm actually still moving over here on the sidewalk while they're stuck in traffic. So another beautiful thing about an e-bike. See ya. No problem running in the traffic. Here we go. These people got all the statues. All sorts of statues. Some of them are missing and broken now. I don't feel any cruise control kicking on. I've had a couple bikes recently where they tell you got to hold it for 30 seconds. Holding it for 30 seconds steady is a little tough when you hit the bumps. I'll try to find out if this does have cruise or not, to the best of my ability. But I don't feel one kicking on. A lot of the bikes with cruise, it kicks on real quick, like 5 seconds. All right, guys, let's try this out here on the sand. It is on dual motor. This is just level 1. This is some soft sand here. No problem. This is just level 1, guys, and I'm not even twisting it all the way. And that was some super soft sand, so. Absolutely no trouble riding on the beach. I know the fender in the rear is a little flippy, but it's gonna keep the sand off me. Check this out. I wonder who did this. Holy cow. That's a big hole. Let's head out here to the beach, guys. It's about time for our sunset. It's going to be a beautiful sunset. Just gonna chill out here for a minute, guys. Watch this sunset. I'm not exactly sure what SEEMOON means, but we're out here by the sea, but that's a different spelling. Gonna have a nice, beautiful sunset view while looking at the SEEMOON bike. And there it goes. The end of another day. Let's ride this bike down on the beach a little bit here. Get a little feel for how it rides on the beach. Now that that sunset, I'm gonna be getting a little bit cold. I'm wearing short sleeves. It's gonna be dropping down into the 60s. Quite a few dogs out here today. Anyhow, this thing can fly down the beach on the hard packed sand, no problem. I'm gonna go up around these dogs here. So even in the soft sand, the bike has no trouble at all, guys. You just gotta be a little careful because it gets a little squirrely in the soft sand. It's a beautiful thing, man. Being able to have some nice sunset rides on your e-bike. What a day. So even though this thing is on dual motor, pedal assist 5 right now, you got full controllability with this full twist throttle, so you can just go nice and slow if you want to. We do need to check if that throttle is tied to the pedal assist level or not. Let's try it right now. Bump it down to 1. Let's see if it gives us full throttle or not. Actually, the throttle is locked to the pedal assist level. So you can definitely use that as a cruise control. Yeah, just put it on pedal assist level 1 and just hold it and chill. Pretty sure you can ride like this on single motor also. There you go. Save a little power. Clearwater Beach, Florida. I see a pirate ship out there. This beach has that little bit of scallop shape to it also. Must be the angle of the beach to the waves. It's kind of like whoop-de-doos. Let me go a little faster and hit them. Oh yeah. It's pretty fun. Might be able to get a little air if you're going fast enough. I can guarantee you this bike could do 40 miles an hour down this beach. I'm not gonna do it, but I never did show you guys that seat post. Let's see what we got here. I do believe it says 30.4 millimeters. Yeah, kind of a medium length seat post, which is typical. When the bike has the 4-link suspension, the seat post can only go down so far. So let me show you what it looks like on max before it gets dark out here. I did forget to show you that. So yeah, the seat does go pretty high, guys. I'm gonna put it about halfway down. Lock it in. Now I'm sitting a little higher. I do believe you would be able to put a handlebar riser on this setup, and in that case you could raise these handlebars up about 4 or 5 inches here. That way, if you do sit with your seat a little bit higher, you'd be able to maintain your more upright position if you get your handlebars up about this high. Those handlebar risers only cost about 20 bucks on Amazon, guys. And it does look like it will fit this setup. Got a wedding photos going on. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up and head on back to my area. It's just gonna be too dark out here, so. My one takeaway from my little ride there is this thing can just cruise on the beach, guys. Big, powerful, dual motor bike, no problem whatsoever. Let me get back across the causeway here. We'll show you my final range on this ride, give you my final thoughts on the bike. Here comes the big bridge, guys. We'll try it out on single motor, see how it does on single motor. Single motor, pedal assist 2. Let's cross the big bridge here. I'm spinning my legs, but I'm not putting any pressure. I'm just kind of rotating my legs here. All right, guys, piece of cake, no problem at all. Let's see what we've done for range. I've only put 13 miles on this ride, guys. The battery is still showing 4 out of 5 bars. Yeah, so sitting at right at 63 volts is basically 80% battery life left after 13 miles. So we haven't even really got into the battery very much on this ride, guys. My overall thoughts on the bike, guys, it's a great looking bike. Looks super cool, looks super awesome. It's definitely gonna stand out in the crowd of other e-bikes. Overall, it's a comfortable ride. You do have that full suspension, and the suspension on this bike is pretty soft. It is kind of a big bike, guys. It does have a long frame, but it does have the 24 by 4 inch fat tires instead of the 26 by 4 inch fat tires. I feel like it's a little bit easier to step over the bike, and when I was standing in the traffic there, it was a little bit easier to hop off the bike and have my feet flat on the ground. It just doesn't sit quite as high. Does have a useful rack on the back. Does have a super bright tail light. You're definitely visible out on the road with that, as well as a super bright headlight. And the size and power of that huge battery pack is very impressive, guys. The bike did take me up to 40 miles per hour, GPS verified at 215 pounds. If you are a little bit lighter, this thing does top out at 45 miles an hour unloaded. All right, guys, if the new SEEMOON SM3 is the bike for you, I will put the link for this bike in the description below the video. Any discount codes will be there below also. I really appreciate you guys watching. Please hit like and subscribe to the channel for more e-bike and scooter content like this. I will catch y'all in the next one.